Hello and happy 4th of July from the great Tybee Island, Georgia. I hope all of my friends and colleagues in the military are safe these days, and I want to thank everybody for their service. I wanted to share, though, particularly with you today, just a quick story that I found when I was reading the speech by President Ronald Reagan when he spoke at the 40th anniversary of D-Day at Normandy. He spoke of the fact that British troops were pinned down near a bridge and they were waiting desperately for help. Suddenly, they heard the sound of bagpipes, and some thought they were dreaming. Well, they weren't. They looked up and they saw Bill Millen with his bagpipes leading the reinforcements and ignoring the smack of the bullets into the ground all around him. Lord Lovat was with him, Lord Lovat of Scotland, who calmly announced when he got to the bridge, "Sorry, I'm a few minutes late," as if he had been delayed by a traffic jam, when in truth he had just come from the bloody fighting on Sword Beach, which he and his men had just taken. There was the impossible valor in those days of the Poles, who threw themselves between the enemy and the rest of Europe as the invasion took hold, and there was the unsurpassed courage of the Canadians, who had already seen the horrors of war on this coast. They knew what awaited them there, but they would not be deterred, and once they hit Juno Beach, they never looked back. All of these men were part of a roll call of honor, with names that spoke of a pride as bright as the colors that they bore: the Royal Winnipeg Rifles and the Poland 24th Lancers, the Royal Scots, the Screaming Eagles, the Yeomen of England's armored divisions, and the forces of Free France, the Coast Guard's Matchbox Fleet, and you, the American Rangers. 40 summers have passed since the battle that you fought here, President Reagan said. You were young the day you took these cliffs. Some of you were hardly more than boys, with the deepest joys of life before you. Yet you risked everything here. Why? Why did you do that? What impelled you to put aside the instinct for self-preservation and risk your lives to take these cliffs? What inspired all the men of the armies that met here? We look at you and somehow we know the answer. It was faith and belief. It was loyalty and love. The men of Normandy had faith that what they were doing was right. Faith they fought for all of humanity. Faith that a just God would grant them mercy on this beachhead or the next one. It was the deep knowledge, and pray God we have not lost it, that there is a profound moral difference between the use of force for liberation and the use of force for conquest. You were here to liberate, not to conquer, and so you and those others did not doubt your cause, and you were right not to doubt. You all knew that some things are worth dying for. One's country is worth dying for, and democracy is worth dying for, because it's the most deeply honorable form of government ever devised by man. All of you loved liberty. All of you were willing to fight tyranny, and you knew the people of your countries were behind you. The Americans who fought here that morning knew word of the invasion was spreading through the darkness back home. They fought, or felt in their hearts, though they couldn't know in fact, that in Georgia they were filling the churches at 4 a.m. In Kansas they were kneeling on their porches and praying, and in Philadelphia they were ringing the Liberty Bell. Something else helped the men of D-Day, though: their rock-hard belief that Providence would have a great hand in the events that would unfold here, that God was an ally in this great cause. And so the night before the invasion, when Colonel Wolverton asked his parachute troops, the 101st, to kneel with him in prayer, he told them, "Do not bow your heads, but look up. Look up so you can see God and ask his blessing in what we're about to do." And also that night, General Matthew Ridgway on his cot, listening in the darkness for the promise God made to Joshua: "I will not fail thee nor forsake thee." On this 4th of July, let us remember that freedom is not free, and let us thank every single man and woman that gave the ultimate sacrifice that we can live in the land of the free, the home of the brave. We have a lot of work to do in this country, my friends. A lot of work. Pray to God that we will not forget that democracy is still the greatest government anywhere on this earth, and that many men and women have sacrificed their lives that we can enjoy our freedom here. May God bless you, and may God bless America. Stay safe and stay aware out there.